What's up, comic book fans? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, we got a new fun segment that we're developing, we've been working on, we've been playing around with. Back in the mid-1970s, Marvel Comics had a comic book that was called What If? And I thought that was a really cool concept. You know, what if Mr. Stretch, Mr. Fantastic turned into the Incredible Hulk? Or what if Moon Knight fought Batman? It's just a lot of different what ifs. And the books were well written, and the artwork was always fantastic. And it gave comic book collectors and fans of these superheroes, a connection, another connection that we all as comic book fans thought about. Well, what if Wolverine were to fight the Hulk? What would happen? Well, we knew there wasn't a book out there like that or comic book out there like that. So Marvel picked up on that and decided to do a what if. So what we want to do, we just have some fun here at the museum. We kind of want to create our own DC comics of what if. Because we both know, we know that the Red Tornado is a good guy and Batman's a good guy, But what if they were actually to fight? What if they fought each other? Who would win? With Batman's high intellect, fighting ability and know-how and ingenuity, and with all of his weaponry, would that be enough to overcome the superior android of Red Tornado's ability to manipulate wind and create monstrous F-10 tornadoes that could destroy entire cities? What if these guys actually fought? Let's bring this in a little bit. We want to know from our subscribers and our viewers, and definitely our comic book viewership, who would win? Are these guys evenly matched? Somebody told me when I was setting this video up. Well, Batman, you might have overmatched Batman. You might have given him a little too much to bite off and chew. I mean, it might be a little too tough with Batman trying to match up against the Red Tornado. But at any point, we want to know from you guys. We want to get the debate started. We want to get the conversation started. Who has the inside ability? Who's got the upper hand? I personally think that, and I'll be somewhat of a mediator here. I'll kind of step aside, but just to share a little bit of my thoughts, I think that Batman could really hold his own. I think Batman would be more than capable enough of really dealing with the awesome power of the Red Tornado, which is not an easy matchup by any stretch of the imagination, because the Red Tornado is so powerful. These are two of my Mego retro figures from Figures Toy Company. They're both fist fighters. They both have the fist fighting technology built into them, whereas a lever on the back of their back, and you move it side to side, and they can throw punches, and you can disconnect one of the arms, and hit the switch on the back and they can start doing karate chops. So these were really cool figures that was really thought about by Mego in the mid 1970s. Now, Red Tornado was never a Mego figure, so he's one of the cooler ones because this is a fan favorite because a lot of people wanted to see a lot of different new Mego-like figures with the fist fighting technology. But back to our debate. Are these guys matched evenly? That was a good point. Do Red Tornado, being the fact that he's an android, does he have the upper hand? Does that make him the odds-on favorite? I think Vegas would probably put Red Tornado as probably a favorite, an early favorite. But you can never count out Batman, and that's why I didn't mind throwing Batman in there against heavy competition or very difficult competition in that of the Red Tornado. But this is a video and a segment that we will be bringing to you on a weekly basis. We're going to be matching up two superheroes, whether they're good or bad, and we'll be having this conversation. A tournament of champions, if you will. We just want to get the debate started, and it's another fun way of, especially being a comic book collector and a big fan of these superheroes and supervillains. It's another way that we can have fun discussing these type of topics. Who's tougher? Who's better? Who's more powerful? Who has more agility? Who has a higher IQ and as far as fighting skills and all of that stuff. Batman's always going to be a fan favorite with me because of what he meant to me as a kid growing up. He's the closest thing to a true superhero that you can honestly come to because he has no superhuman powers. Everything is based on his intellect and his off the chart fighting ability and his second to none unquestioned detective skills. So I just believe that Batman would find a way. Somehow, some way, Batman would find a way. But that's me. I'm not sure. The Red Tornado simply he's high IQ, very intellectual as well. He has the power to interface with computers. So now you're thinking about a more superior mechanical mind, if you will. We don't know if Red Tornado is more of a human as opposed to just being a program. He has the ability to shapeshift into a human at will. But with the overwhelming might of being able to create F-10 superstorms would be too much for Batman, ultimately. We saw Batman fight Superman in the movies. He found a way. He found a weakness with Superman as well. So we don't know if those same weaknesses could be attributed to the Red Tornado. We don't know if Batman could find a weakness in time to defeat the Red Tornado. but it's definitely a fun debate to have. And we wanted to start this new segment that will be broadcasting from our museum here at the MIB Master Toy Museum. We want to get that debate started. It's a fun debate to have, and we wanted to share this debate, something I've been playing around with and thinking about for the last few weeks. I wanted to kind of share this debate with our subscribers and our viewerships, but definitely the comic book fans out there. We want to get this debate started. Who wins, Batman or the Red Tornado? Who brings it? Who has enough to get past the other guy? You decide. You know the routine, guys. God bless. And keep collecting.